Every animal on this planet eats its food the way it found it. Lions eat raw meat. Chimpanzees eat raw fruit. Every bird, insect, fish, and mammal alive today consumes its food exactly as nature provided it. Except us. At some point in our history, we decided to set our food on fire before we ate it. No other species has ever done this. Not once. Not anywhere. And for a long time, scientists assumed we cooked because we were smart enough to figure it out. But the evidence now points to something far stranger. We didn't cook because we were intelligent. We became intelligent because we cooked. In 2009, Harvard primatologist Richard Wrangham published a book called Catching Fire. He had spent decades studying chimpanzees in the wild, and he noticed something that nobody had taken seriously before. Chimpanzees spend roughly 6 hours every single day just chewing. 6 hours. Their jaws are working almost constantly from the moment they wake up. And even with that effort, a chimpanzee eating raw food absorbs only a fraction of the calories that food actually contains. Raw plant cells are locked behind walls of cellulose that primate stomachs cannot fully break down. Raw meat takes enormous energy to digest. The body works so hard extracting nutrition from uncooked food that much of the caloric value is lost in the process. Wrangham's argument was simple. Before fire, our ancestors were doing the same thing. 6 hours of chewing a day, barely keeping up. Then something changed. The earliest solid evidence of humans controlling fire comes from Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, roughly 1 million years ago. And something remarkable happened in the fossil record almost exactly at that time. The skulls of our ancestors began to change. Jaws got smaller. Teeth got smaller. The gut, which in other great apes takes up a massive portion of the body's energy budget, shrank dramatically. A chimpanzee's gut is nearly twice the size of a human's relative to body weight. We outsourced digestion to fire. Cooking breaks down the cell walls in food before it ever enters the body. It pre-digests. It unlocks calories that would otherwise be lost. And the energy that was no longer needed to run a massive digestive system was freed up. It went somewhere else. It went to the brain. The human brain consumes 20% of the body's total energy even at rest. It is the most expensive organ in the known animal kingdom, and the fossil record shows it began growing rapidly, doubling in size over 2 million years, right alongside the evidence of fire. Wrangham's conclusion was direct. Cooking didn't follow intelligence. Cooking created the biological conditions that made intelligence possible. But here is the part almost nobody talks about. In the 1990s, researchers began studying people who chose to eat only raw food. No cooking of any kind. Within months, the majority of them began losing weight they could not recover. The women in the study stopped menstruating. Their bodies could not extract enough calories from uncooked food to maintain basic reproductive function. This was not a fringe result. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that a strict raw diet caused chronic energy deficiency in most participants regardless of how much they ate. What this means is that we have crossed a threshold we cannot go back across. Our bodies have been shaped by cooking for so long that we are no longer fully capable of surviving without it. We are not an animal that learned to cook. We are an animal that requires cooking to exist. Every time you eat a cooked meal, something ancient is happening. A fire lit somewhere in Africa 1 million years ago restructured the human body, shrank the gut, freed the energy, and grew the brain that is reading these words right now. We did not discover cooking the way we discovered a tool. We became dependent on it the way we became dependent on breathing. The campfire didn't just feed us. It built us. And without it, we would still be spending 6 hours a day chewing and none of that time thinking.